Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Hello. No intro, no nothing. We're just going right on in it. How about it, Susie?
Hi. I don't have an avatar, but
That's all
simple.
right.
I'm simple, so S is good for now. But I'm really happy. Thank you so much for inviting me to come on
That's
and
cool.
just BS with you. I'm really looking forward to it.
Uh, are we even? It says two are here. Let's see.
It says it's live.
Yeah, it says it's live. I'm just trying to make sure everything's moving. All right. All right. It's just gonna be a BS kind of session. I don't. Let's see. It's there. Yeah, overlays up. All right. There's Paul. Ooh, there's
Hi,
Paul.
Paul.
He said, "Hi, Mama. Hi, Susie." Yeah, it's just gonna be a BS kind of session. Whatever comes at us, we're gonna come at it. Hey, Georgie, how are
Hi.
you?
Hi, Georgie. Oh, there's sweet Yankee Bell.
And we got Big Dirt. We got Big Dirt. Oh, we got my menace and Dennis is here. You're live
I
and
guess
for dinner.
we we can't be too gross if he's eating dinner.
I know, right?
Oh, bummer.
We got Yankee Mail. Troublemaker.
Hey,
Uh,
Tim. So, Mama, do you have any plans in the near future to do more um of your art, or are you thinking about anything different?
You know, I haven't really put much thought into the whole thing now that it's just me abroad. Um, I don't know if I'm wanting to. Uh, I know I'm going to stay into the resin, but I'm going to break up the monotony. I'm thinking like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, isn't it? I don't know what today is.
Yeah, it's hump day.
Okay, so Monday and Tuesday we're going to do resin. And then hump day, we're going to do kind of like what we're doing right now, just a bullshit session. Just get on here. Sweet Fly.
There's
And,
Redneck too. Hi, Sweet
oh,
Pie.
hi, Redneck. How are you tonight? Just get on here if we want to have a full panel, whatever we want to. Ooh, there's TC.
Hey,
Nerd.
TC.
You're a nerd. Anytime you want to show up or put out, we'll go ahead with that, cook off here.
Oh, I do like that idea.
Nancy's in the
Oh,
house.
hi, Nancy.
Yeah, Wednesdays is gonna be like the bullshit section session, and then Thursday is gonna be the on mold from Tuesday, and kind of going into doing something little for or whatever for Thursday, and then Friday,
Game night.
game night.
Game night is awesome.
We are definitely gonna do game night. Can't get rid of game night. I love game night. Um, I'm gonna miss my Greg though.
Hey,
And
Jen.
we got Jen. Oh yeah, we got Jen. Heck yeah.
Speaking of Jen, I was thinking like with the cook-off, um,
We don't want no flat cornbread now.
oh, bless you, Jen. But I was thinking of, there's so many like different things you can do with a potato. You can bake it, you can fry it, you can steam it, you can mash it. Um, but I thought like we could start with like try something simple,
Uh-huh.
whether it's a potato or not, but just kind of like more of a limited ingredient to keep it simple.
Oh, that would be
And
cool.
just to see how everything goes. Because I think if we jumped in with like a full course dinner, that it might be a little challenging. That way you're more comfortable with how you're doing it.
That would
But
be cool.
oh, Jen's getting beat up still.
Oh, she said, "Whoa, hold your horses. Who's putting out?" There we go, Nancy. No, I was telling TC anytime he's ready. We're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
kick off.
Nancy. Oh, sorry, Mama. Nancy, we Momma Coop does her game nights every Friday. So yeah. Oh no. Now Paul is doing hashtags.
And now he's gonna be your hashtag over here. He's gonna be the
Oh my.
hashtag.
Oh no. There's Janky. Well, I mean, we'll have some suggestions. Other just that simple one that I put out there um, for the cook-off.
Let's see. Why is
Because
pranking Grandy? Who's killing cornbread and how does that work? Miss
ask
Jen.
Jen, bless her heart, she had a
She's the only one we know that can kill cornbread out of a box. I think she shook the stove and watched it fall.
Oh, there it is. TC says he also agrees that the potato is the most versatile of food. Yeah, and it's the one all the doctors say, stay away from the potato.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm sorry, that's not humanly possible.
That is like crack to Coop. The potato is like crack. I can't keep him away from the potato or the bread. It's
Oh my
crack.
gosh. I will cook potato, put olive oil and a splash of balsamic vinegar and a little bit of Parmesan cheese and eat the daylights out of it. Oh, TC. Look what he said about Jen.
What did he say?
Jen had an out of body cornbread experience.
Oh, that was Miss Much Menace did that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dennis. I was reading something else. Bless your heart. Sorry, TC.
We should do a trivia night. That does sound cool, Nancy.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, Mama Coop, you'd be really good with that. I think people would love that.
Let's see. Do culinary wonders with taters. Louisiana
Yeah.
style cornbread, flat and blackened.
Ouch.
uh, somebody's looking side-eyed.
Mm,
Hey, love bug. Mm,
Georgie's throwing out to TC. That's so nice.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I like when she does that. I saw this, I'll tell you what, I saw this I know, I'm not going to talk about potatoes forever, but
Susie,
I
who's the other voice.
oh, hello. I saw this thing where like the graters that they have, most of us will use it like for cheese or maybe for carrots or something like that. It's like tin and it holds down on the ground and you just grate. It's got a couple of different sizes.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if you look at the one you have on the side of it, on on the side of it, there's a big slit. And so I saw this person on, it was probably on YouTube. They took a whole potato and they slowly like spun it in there so it was one piece. So it came out looking like a spring.
Oh,
And
wow.
they stuck it on a what do you call that? Like a skewer,
Oh, yeah,
like a
like a
wooden one, and then they fried it.
Oh, I bet that would be so
And
good.
yeah, and then they like sprinkled seasoning and stuff on it. I was like, "Oh, yes, please. Yes,
Yeah.
please." Yeah, I thought that would just be fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
She don't usually get on YouTube. She's more in Discord. She's more on the comment board. She's the hashtag queen that Coop talks about all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I do love a good hashtag. Oh, okay.
She's another vet. Yep, she's another vet.
Yeah. But
TC.
guess what? I have the exact same First Amendment rights as somebody who didn't wear a uniform.
That's
We're
right.
not that spatial. Yeah. And I was a desk vet, in case anyone wants to know.
You were a desk vet?
Yeah, so I worked administrative.
Oh, yeah.
We do have to train and qualify with the M16s and go out in the field and do all that good fun stuff at boot camp. And then you just have to re-qualify once every year. But it's the grunts, they call them, that go down, go out and do it all. Humping
Right.
with those big 786 packs or 782. But yeah, so nevertheless, who possibly might have another idea for a cook-off?
That would be interesting. I
Yeah,
thought it would be
type
pretty.
of food.
What
Oh,
announcement today? We did not
yeah,
hear an announcement today, but okay, let's hear it.
yeah.
Type
Mama
of.
was working and I was washing a car.
Yeah, I was working. If I wasn't working, I got off work early and I hit that couch, and let me tell you, that hit that couch, and I was out.
Oh, I like a good sleep like that.
I've had my headphones in listening to Coop and Georgie, and I think I got something about, yeah, that was it.
Oh my God, Greg. Oh, chili. Yes,
Oh,
Nancy.
there's my Greg. Oh, Greg is
I know
here. And
Georgie's got
there
a
he talks about a crystal dildo.
video on her channel. Yeah, Georgie's got a chili making video on her channel. Back closer
Um,
to the beginning. I love the chili idea for sure.
I still haven't made my poke cake.
The which what?
My poke cake.
Oh, I've never heard of that. What is that?
It's a strawberry cake, but it's actually a white cake, and you take strawberry jello. You poke your cake, and you put
Oh,
strawberry jello, and you put the strawberry jello inside the cake, and you cook it,
oh
and it's
no.
supposed to be really, really moist.
Oh, that does sound good.
And then when it
Even
comes out, it gets lavished with either regular icing, which will have to happen at my house because my husband does not like whipped cream icing, or it's whipped cream.
oh, like buttercream
Yeah,
instead. Yeah. Greg, I'm so glad you're back.
me too, because I would have missed you on game night.
Oh my gosh, yes.
He is my game
Holy
nut.
heck. Yeah, I've always been envious. Trivia, depending on the category, like movies, I'm pretty okay, but
Right.
not a lot of other stuff. Music from the 70s and 80s and 90s. Don't ask me what's playing now. I know. Unfortunately, I don't know.
Now, do you make it the same way, Granny? Do you make it just like I said, or do you make it different? Now, I thought about having a cook off with like a stew. Anybody have a certain way? Like you can have it stew with beef, you can have it stew with whatever kind of meat, even like a vegetable stew. Um, it wouldn't have to be, uh, that way. Like chili, everybody has a chili, but a stew, you can have all kinds of different variety of stew. You see where I'm going with it?
Oh yeah, and there's so many different kinds of vegetables.
Right.
There's a really cool, very large Asian market grocery store, there are
Mm-hmm.
vegetables I have never seen. And so I'll go up to like shoppers or the staff in the store and ask them, what is this and how do you even prepare it? And then what does it taste like? People say, what's that frog leg taste like? And they say, chicken. So yeah, you just never know what you could put in a stew. That would be good.
Exactly. Kids love to poke the hose. It's made the same, just use different flavors. Uh-huh. Yes. Interesting.
So when you poke the holes, you can't be putting liquid jello in there because it would just seep
Yes.
in. Oh,
Yes,
you
and that's what
do?
yes, that's what makes it moist.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, fun. And then if you're using a white cake, then it colors it.
Yes.
Oh,
Now,
really fun.
uh-huh. Gator chili. Gator chili. Yes, that's a
Tastes like chicken.
tastes like chicken.
I've never had gator ever. Just
Depends on what
not.
part of the gator you eat. Now, I've had the tail, but I have not had the feet.
Oh, yes. I have never had chicken feet either. But I
And
know
I've
for
not
some
had the chicken
folks,
feet either.
yeah. I see them at my local pet food store for my dog,
Right.
but and that's not to be crummy to anybody, but I mean, I've offered me chicken feet.
Right.
Oh,
Me neither. Now I know that
ostrich chili.
a lot of them, they'll have them chicken feet, like you said, are for dogs, but I see them even in like the cold cases at the grocery store. They'll have those where can buy them, but I don't know what you would buy them for, what you would eat them. And you wouldn't think they'd have much
Yeah.
meat on them,
No, skin and cartilage.
right? You wouldn't think so.
Yeah. Hey, so you want to play one round of what would you choose?
Sure, we can figure it out as we go.
Okay, so we'll play one short round. Georgie and Coop started this, and so I'll give you two choices, and then you get to choose.
Are you asking
And
me or is it
yeah, I'm going to
you?
ask you, and you get to choose, and then of course we want the chat to choose too.
Okay.
So, okay, Mama, what would you choose? To walk 10 miles in soft sand barefooted or 1 mile on hot pavement barefooted?
I'll take the soft sand.
Okay. See, I think I would take the hot pavement
Uh-uh.
because I know I could. Well, I did say walk, but I would just want to run. So maybe I should have said walk or run because 10 miles in soft sand, that's like walking in snow.
Yeah,
You just,
I just walk in the
yeah,
snow.
yeah, I've never lived where it snows. Oh,
I'll take the sand.
oh, Georgie's taking the sand.
I'm taking the sand.
Oh, man, I think I've done like maybe a quarter of a mile or something in soft sand. I might, no, I'd rather just lay down and roll there than,
And Greg says he's taking the hot pavement. I'm taking the sand. I used
okay,
to
Greg. Oh,
my chili recipe.
Redneck wants soft sand.
Ground
And,
up. Mm.
and TC's just still hungry.
Yeah, he's still talking
I
food.
like that. With a
I get
bacon
snow.
base.
Says,
Hey, TC, my dad was a hunter and he would get tags for bear. His favorite was mountain goat, and he never did get a bear. And he got a tag for a wolf, and which he did get, and then tags for moose. That was another one of his favorites. So I've had moose tacos before, but because all the spices were in there, I really didn't taste the moose meat that much. I'm just not a fan of gamey tasting meat. What about you, Mama?
I've always had the game meat. So when we moved here, that's when it stopped. But we've always had like the game meat. So, that's how we had to survive back home was you had to kill a deer to survive. So it was always the game. So the deer was it.
Yeah, I spent most growing up time on a farm. So in that way, we were lucky that and
Uh-huh.
my siblings and I raised our own animals. My brother raised Duroc pigs, which are the red-haired pigs.
Uh-huh.
So, and he'd raise them for 4-H. And I raised lambs for 4-H, but they were sold to my friends as pets. They got their parents to bid on them because you bid price per pound. And then I kept one as a pet, but went to.
Uh-huh.
Oh, geez, gamey though. Okay, okay. The taco seasoning. Okay. Huh. All
Trouble I bet I get
right.
my
Yeah,
payment in this.
with the pavement.
I love
Yeah.
you. Hi,
Oh,
native.
there. Hi, native. So,
A lot of people are answering our question here.
yeah, I'm wondering, cougar. Ooh, okay. Their little faces are too cute. I know they
Yeah,
like
they
to
are.
eat people, but they're too cute. It's like eating a cat, your house cat. No, no, no
Yeah,
can do.
I'm not gonna eat my house cat.
No, I can't do it. So, do you know, Mama, when's the next time you and Mr. Coop plan on going to the beach?
Well, I was gonna suggest it this weekend, being they've announced that I'm gonna have to work. Starting in August, I got to start working 6 days until the end of the year. I was gonna suggest it this weekend, but looks like we've got rain for quite a while, so we're not gonna suggest going to the beach this weekend.
Oh, yeah, no.
And it's the holiday, so it might go next weekend. We'll
Oh,
see.
Wisecracking Granny was asking about do we do cooking streams on your channel?
Oh, we can. We're pretty much what we're gonna be doing is resin, but we could throw a day in there. We can throw a day on there. No big deal. We can do a cooking
Yeah.
stream on here.
And then Minnesota Black Robe Regiment is a great cook, so he would be someone I would suggest for you, Mama, to have on your cook-off.
Yes. He's scared though. He's scared. He's scared.
Well, the more he does, the less scared.
Yeah, nah, he's scared. He's got to get in that kitchen more. He's scared.
Maybe Miss Georgie.
Yeah, Miss Georgie's all right, but TC's scared. Yeah, TC
Oh,
does the vet kitchen love in
yeah,
live.
that's very cool. Well, I'm sure there's love and live in it.
Uh-huh.
Food is supposed to be one of the well-known love languages. So, oh, uh, can you talk to Greg about that, Mama?
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, 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 no. We don't. The crystal beans? Nah.
Yeah, this is Mama's stream. Yeah, so I'm just hanging out. So, Mama, do you think you might consider like rotating your guests on your BS Wednesdays?
BS Wednesdays. Rotate my streams. What do you mean?
No, I mean have different guests on when you
Oh,
just
yeah,
have
yeah,
a
yeah,
chit
yeah.
chat session.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that would be great. And
Oh,
depending on how you want to do it, maybe you could even have two people on there, with you, because there's a lot of fun people out here.
oh, yeah. We'd have Georgie on. We'll have, maybe we'll bring TC on if you don't get too scared. We can't have you too scared.
No. Well, you
We'll
could
bring.
always consider Mismatched Dennis,
Oh, yeah. We gotta bring my menace on. Menace
right?
gotta come.
And Paul.
Paul. Yep.
Yeah,
Paul.
for sure. Yeah. I mean, the more you get to know people on here, then,
We gotta get
you know,
Nancy. We gotta get Nancy.
yeah, for
Gotta get
sure.
Nancy up here. We gotta get her talking about her weave. Get her up here. Get her working on that weave, and let her talk about her puzzles.
Oh, there goes TC saying he's actually been able to uh enjoy the ladies because he cooks
Ooh,
for them.
there you go.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Enjoy the ladies. Got you
Yeah.
cooking for
It's
'em.
a, yeah, I think people really appreciate that. And you
See,
can visit if you have an iced tea together or wine, whatever your dealio is.
that is the best.
Yeah, that's really nice. Definitely nice.
And then
So
it makes.
Nancy, oh, sorry,
Go
go ahead,
ahead.
Mama.
Go ahead.
Um, Nancy enjoys doing puzzles, and what else does she like to
She
do?
likes doing puzzles. She just got a new weave. I don't even know if she's got that out yet. Nancy, did you get that weave out yet? Have you started that? She got it at Ollie's.
Oh, so like weaving with different kinds of yarns.
Yes.
Oh, very cool. Oh, wow. Now Nancy has enough time to weave for all of us before Christmas.
Right. She got her a new craft. She's got to get
Heck
that
yeah,
learned.
that's very cool.
Get her all set up.
Nancy's pretty spicy
She
too.
hasn't got that. She hasn't got that set up yet.
Oh, okay.
I know
I've
she's
never
spicy.
been crafty ever.
Well, you might be
I
able to.
really admire people that are though. And that's why I really enjoyed seeing what you were doing. I'm like, I didn't know any of this at all. I mean, I've seen the products, the end product, but I
Right.
had no idea how it got there. It's really interesting.
Right. Some of it's easy. Some of it's difficult. Some of it's uh, time consuming, and some of it is very tedious. And if it becomes very tedious, it goes to the side because I don't like tedious. If it becomes tedious, that's not me.
I tried, one of my very good gal friends said she's very, very good crafter. She could craft darn near anything. And she invited me. She goes,
Oh,
"Come on over and we'll do it." So it was a pine cone basket. So just like kind of a bigger basket. You got a bunch of pine cones in there and you were supposed to and then weave those little fairy lights in there. I burnt
oh,
myself at least 3 times with that glue gun.
oh my.
So I knew, no, this is not my thing. But I like working on my car.
Yep,
I
I'm
had
the
a
first
six,
one to go out there with him.
yeah, I had a 64 Ranchero.
Ooh,
You could
nice.
see every single part under that hood. You could reach every single part in that engine. I mean, you can even see the ground. The cars they have today, I open it up and just dust it off. And there's nothing. You can fill up the windshield wiper, change a filter, but I don't mess with anything else. You can't.
Right. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. Paul's hidden talent is surviving in southwest Iowa.
Oh, I've never been there. I'm gonna take his word for it.
Go Hawkeyes!
Oh, I'm confused. Nancy said you did. So what is it?
Yeah, he says we. Paul says we all have hidden talents. Nancy says Paul
Oh,
has a hidden talent, and Paul says I do, and
oh,
she says.
apologies. So what is it? Okay, what is it, Paul? I don't know if
So
it's
now Nancy
hidden.
wants to know what it is.
Yeah. Please do not
CK
say
Daddy. Nancy wants
collect your
to know
toenails.
now.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe though, if it's hidden, then you don't know yourself. I don't
Right.
know. Yeah. I don't know. Like, can you lift a car by yourself? Well, you don't know until you have to.
Yeah, right.
So that could be your hidden talent, but it's never had a reason to show itself.
I was
Oh, for
watching something
sure.
on I think it was might have been a Facebook, one of them shorts or reels or whatever on Facebook. A guy had hit a semi, the back of a semi, and what caught me was just a pedestrian was pulling out the guy that hit the back of the semi. The car was fixing to go up into flames or whatever. Well, just a pedestrian stops to pull the guy out of the car, and he says, "You never know the hidden strength you have until you need it." And he was pulling the guy out of the car. The guy that was in the car was a bigger guy, so it stuck with me when I watched that video of watching him pull that guy out, because I mean he wasn't a big guy that was pulling the bigger guy out, and it was like him saying that was, you never know the hidden strength you have until you need it. It's like,
Yeah, all that adrenaline, because that's dead weight on top of it.
right, and him saying that, it was like, wow, hey honey, I was like, wow, yeah, no,
Oh, TC said his hidden talent is poetry.
poetry. Oh wow.
Oh, that's
Suzanne
really
has a hidden
cool.
talent that can talk so sweet to you as she is telling you to fuck off.
I, I see Mr. Coop's talent is dancing because he's got
Uh-huh.
some dancing emojis.
Yep, he's in the rumble room.
That's awesome. No, I'm pretty face forward when it comes to, not joking around with the FO. If it's really something I want to share with you, I'll share it to your face. I'm okay
Right.
with that. But that's a blue moon when that's happened. But it unfortunately has happened.
Georgie's got the link if she wants on here. She's got the link. But yeah, um yeah, it's just amazing how you've seen all of that.
Have you ever seen those gentlemen? I haven't seen any ladies, but I'm sure they can do it. That can, they're usually like in Vegas or in a big city, and they can spray paint a picture, and then they'll have like pieces of cardboard and they'll use like 7 or 8 different colored cans of spray paint, and you cannot tell what they are doing. And then when
Huh.
they are done, it's amazing.
Are you talking like graffiti people, or are you talking like?
Well, I don't think I wouldn't know for sure if they're graffiti artists, but they're spray campaign artists. And you should, if you think about it, you guys should Google it after the stream and see, because it's really
Oh yeah.
impressive and it's shocking. Yeah, because they'll take and drag something across when the paint's
Uh
still
huh.
wet and draw a picture. It's just crazy
Uh,
cool. Yeah. Uh, what what's look at Mr. Coop.
he's getting on to TC.
Oh
He's
my
going in that
gosh.
Unabomber. I've seen that, Suzanne. Oh, that would be pretty cool though. She's seen it.
Yeah. And it's not the videos they're shorts because and then sometimes people will
The
bring like tiles like
Rumble
for
Dungeon.
backsplash or something and they'll spray paint those
Oh,
tiles. It's just such a
the
talent.
Rumble Dungeon is Rumble. It is it's another platform that this is hooked to. It's called Rumble. So that's where my husband is at. You see those emojis, you see the flag, and you see just right up underneath where you commented, Granny. You see Trump, and then you see the flag. They're in the Rumble. So that is one of my other platforms. That's where they're getting all those emojis.
Kind of like Facebook is a
Yeah,
platform, you can stream there, or X/Twitter, you can stream there
yeah.
too. Oh, TC has to head
Bye,
out.
TC. Have a good night.
Bye. Oh, he says they have a paranormal talk show on Vet Nation.
Okay.
That that could be interesting.
Yeah.
I've never watched, I mean, I've only seen movies, but I know there's a lot of fans that are really into that.
I don't know. I can get somebody to drop the Rumble link and you can go over there and take a look. But um, that is called the Rumble Dungeon.
That's a cool place. And also, Mama, I can't exit my phone to get it, but if someone has your Discord link,
Yeah.
that would be really great too, because that's a place where people can mosey about and chit chat with each other and share pictures of their art or their
Yeah,
cooking.
my Discord link. Let me grab that. Um,
Oh, hey, Tim. Yeah, I just
I'm
blown away
trying to
by
get
them.
the Rumble link, but I want to get the Discord link. Let me get the Discord link first. I'm on Discord. Uh,
Yeah, and just so that people in chat know,
here's the
if you
Discord link.
want to join the Discord, the invites are only good for a week. So if you can hop in and just, you know, get yourself signed up in it. If not, just screen capture it and do it um, later because it's a great place to be able to spend more time to talk amongst yourselves, which is really
I
nice.
don't know.
Really, really nice.
Um,
I'm not sure. I can't see Paul's emojis, but it maybe it looks like Homer Simpson and some turtles. I can't tell. Poor little Homer. That's him. Oh my
Here, I'm trying
gosh.
to get Rumble over there. Um,
And then once you get into Mama's Discord, you'll see the different folders and you just click on them. People can private message you on
here's my
there.
Rumble link.
There's, oh, cool.
Here's my Rumble. So here's the Rumble, and I just shared the Discord. There's my Rumble.
Awesome. Yeah, Discord is what I've found, like in the general chat rooms, people will start talking about, just being sweet,
You
wishing people
post it
good
here,
morning.
it will go
a-
to both
And then they
YouTube.
I do it
just
all the time.
Okay, it'll go to both platforms.
start talking about food, start talking about something in the news, and it's
Right.
fun because in chat it's a little bit harder to talk back and forth, but in Discord, and then you can add funny gifs, and it's just a blast. Share pictures. It's
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah, it's really, really cool. And then if you want to voice talk someone in there, you can, just like a phone call. And it kind of looks like what Mama's screen looks like right now. And you can just talk on the phone, and you don't have to be uncomfortable to give out a private phone number.
Granny.
You can just talk there and enjoy a private
Granny
phone
says,
call.
"Oh, I think I'll stay on YouTube."
Oh, okay. You never know. Someone strikes your fancy, you share some of the same ideas and stuff. It's kind of cool, or the same
Are you
hobbies.
on Discord, grannies? If you're on Discord, we my Discord there, we have like recipes in there. We have my art, my resin pours is in there, stuff like that. So that is on my server.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to
Yeah,
interact. You can just, be a thoughtful lurker. I like a good lurker.
you can just see what's going on, see what the recipes are, stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, Dennis is urgently trying to get your attention,
Oh,
Mama, with a little
yeah, I
dancer
see him
too.
down there with Trump and, oh, look at my light, look at my light.
And Georgie. Georgie keeps side eyeing. I'm not sure if I should be scared.
Whoa,
Maybe.
she's side eyeing us.
Maybe.
Maybe she's trying to say, I'm coming. Are you getting up here?
That would be cool. Hey, so our town, I wanted to tell Mama this. Where I live, it's about 25,000 people. We're like where I live in my house, it's like a little under
Uh-huh.
a mile to the beach. But there's a family here that's on third generation, and they started this thing called the bike Fourth of July
Oh,
bike
that would be cool.
parade. And yeah, and then finally it got to the point where the city was supportive of it, in that they would close the streets, the cross streets down. And it's grew to over, I think last year it was over 2,000.
Ooh,
A couple of years ago it was over 3,000. And it's kids, it's families, it's single bike people. I mean, you have to bike so slow because there's so many people. There's golf carts at the very end, electric ones, so we don't have to breathe the fumes from the gas ones. And it's just a blast. And then all the people that weren't riding their bikes are standing out on the sidewalk waving. It's just a blast. Decorate up your bike. It's really cool.
uh,
I like a good 4th of
right.
July. Does your beach, do they set
You
off
know, I've
fireworks,
never,
Mama?
we used to have one just down the street from us at that beach, or from the lake. But now that they've tore it up to redo it, I don't know if they're going to have any this year or not. So they haven't announced.
Oh, we're gonna have them. They do them off a small barge, um, out in the water. Pardon me, out in the
Right.
ocean. Um, we have a pier, and one year they had it all set up on the pier. They had the pier closed off, and they had all those folks up there. And honest to gosh, I know I've got a picture on my phone. The whole setup went off
Oh,
at
wow.
once. So there was one person that got burns, but it wasn't
Uh-huh.
severe burns. But yeah, that whole pile of stuff they had that was going to go for like 5 minutes, even though it's only 5 minutes, it was a lot. And it just all but, and then everybody was still standing around. There were hundreds and hundreds of
Oh,
people,
wow.
and there were no more fireworks. That was it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was such a, but here I am talking about it. So, but yeah, so we're lucky I consider myself lucky to be able to be
Oh,
around
yeah.
fireworks. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
But do you have people in your neighborhood
Oh,
that
yeah.
set them
We
off?
we get them set off throughout. We used to not be able to watch them because of our dogs. They were just so bad. Um, they would, pretty girl. I was so scared she was just gonna have a heart attack because you see those dogs having heart attacks from the fireworks. So I was always so
Yeah.
scared she was gonna have a heart attack. So I would just load up all my dogs and I would go on to bed and I would put them in bed with me and they would be fine and everything would be fine. So Coop would stay up and all the dogs would be in bed with me. So um I never had got to see them when they got to that point because at that point I had one that was completely blind. She wasn't deaf yet. That was my dog. That was Coco. Um, so I had to we uh, we babied her because obviously she was blind. We didn't want her to hurt herself. And then pretty girl, she was just going nuts when the fireworks would go off. So it just made it 10 times worse and amplified for um, Coco. So then then as
Oh,
after they died, the mom and the dad died, pretty girl, we got Daisy, and then it just, you know, Daisy, it don't seem like it affects her as bad. I mean, she barks, but it don't seem like the fireworks really affect her. She she'll bark one time, she'll but she won't. She don't do too much of anything. It's not really lightning or nothing like that. Don't like thunder. No.
yeah. I've got a little buddy. We always rescue him, and I only have the one left. Every gosh darn one of my dogs has been so afraid of fireworks. But then when the whole doggy CBD started coming
Right.
out, I said, yes, please. Yes,
That's what we were gonna
please.
do.
And so, and I wrap them in baby blankets and have them just sit on my lap, give them that little chewy, and they're good to go. Oh, wait, Mr. Coop's going to make you
Oh, that
cheesecake?
would be the
Or
bomb.
he
I
did?
wish.
It says cheesecake tastes
I
good.
wish. I wish. I would love some cheesecake right now.
Birds are
Birds
people
are
too.
people. But when I was
Yeah.
growing up, my uncles decided they were going to have a bottle rocket fight, and one of them
Ooh.
was wearing swim trunks.
Oh, not good choice. Did it go up his trunks?
Yes.
Oh
Oh,
no.
yes. And it blew off. Oh, yes. He had squished.
Oh, was that an
Oh,
ambulance
no. He
ride
had a
to
scorched
the
an arm. Oh, yes. It was hilarious, and
Oh,
especially with the swim trunk material right there. They did take.
oh, that would just
Oh, it
melt.
melted all right. It was bad. They threw him in the lake, and oh yeah, it was bad. Hey, Becky. And they did take him, threw him in the lake, but the doctor said that just made it amplified it 10 times worse. But they took him to the hospital, and they said that he had like third or fourth degree burns down there. Yep. No, no, no
Oh,
nookie
dang.
nookie for you for quite some time, buddy.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, no manscaping necessary.
It was funny.
Yeah, he's
It
good
was
to
funny when
go.
that doctor told him, "No nookie nookie for you, my friend. No nookie nookie for you, my friend."
Yeah. Oh, son of a gun. I cannot imagine. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, we used to go before the cartel was really bad down here in Mexico because I'm only 2 miles from the border. Um, we used to go down there. There was a hotel we would stay at in Rosarito, Mexico, which is just right next to
Mm-hmm.
Tijuana. And you could set off fireworks down there on the
Right.
beach. And it was so much fun. But I had a friend's husband who said, "Oh, I'm going to smoke a cigar and then use it to set off the fireworks, the
Right.
cigar, because, instead of a lighter." So we're all thinking, yeah, okay, Jim, whatever. Well, he kept puffing and puffing to keep that
Uh-huh.
cigar lit. He got sick. He looked like he was green. We're like, you're not supposed to be inhaling that, Yeah, so we had to go back to using a
Oh,
lighter.
wow.
I'm not laughing at him, but the situation was pretty
That is.
funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But yeah, it was exciting to be able to set off like really big fire or bigger than a little
Mm-hmm.
sparkler, but it could be dangerous. That is for darn
For
sure.
sure.
Yeah. But yeah, they usually here, I would say, well, in my neighborhood, they already started setting them off
Oh,
last night.
really? That's early.
And oh, yeah. And then historically, because I've lived here since 1984, they will set them off through the end of 4th of July, at least 5 days past the 4th,
Ooh.
because I don't know, maybe they found some more. I really don't know. But yeah, so it's kind of crummy when you have dogs and people complain because there's a lot of vets here, and you don't have to be a vet to get PTSD from your neighbor setting off a big old firework. It can, the ones that go really giant in the
Uh-huh.
sky, like a professional looking one. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to pass on that in a
For sure.
neighborhood. No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't like when
Um,
they get okay, so when you're doing the fireworks, now usually I have to go to work right after. So usually the 4th of July and then the 5th I have to go to work. This year I'm not gonna have to. That's just like a blessing in disguise for me. But um uh the morning after,
Mama,
it's like you have to go to work and you got to drive on all the shit that's in the road. It's like, come on, guys, you can't pick up your crap. That just drives
yeah,
me
pickle
insane.
Pickles has a dancing farm going
Yeah, I
on.
see that. She's just going crazy over
He's got a little sheep and a little cat. I'm looking for some mini goats
here.
next.
She's just having a good old time over there.
Oh, look what Redneck
Wish we
said.
could get the big fireworks here. Can't buy them here. Have to drive to New Mexico to get them. Oh man, that sucks. But can you light them off there? If you get them, can you light them off? Well, I have finished my chores and about to go to bed. Y'all put me to sleep. Thanks. Have a good night.
Well, have a good night. I hope the putting her to sleep part wasn't because we were
I
boring
know,
her
right?
ass, but have a good sleep
Yeah, I know,
anyway.
right?
For sure. Sleep's important.
I hope we didn't bore you, Granny.
Yeah. Well, I love it when the chat will pick up on a topic and throw it out there and everybody can chime in on it. Because it's not always easy to come up with different things to
Uh-uh.
talk about. Yeah, it can be
Right.
challenging.
That's for sure.
All right, I'm gonna go off of Granny's chat. So whenever I think sleep, I think of my bed that I recently got a frame that moves.
Does it go
You
up
know,
and
the
down? Oh God, I wish I had one
yes,
of those.
on the back side and the feet
Oh, God, you're so
will go.
lucky.
I mean, you can make yourself into a little
You're so
taco.
lucky.
I mean, but you know what? I just have a memory foam mattress I got from
Uh-huh.
Costco because it's like 1/3 the price of the other ones. And I got my bed frame from them too. And I was surprised at how little it
So
cost
you got,
for the bed frame. It just, you just don't use box springs because obviously those won't bend. So the box spring is basically that frame that goes up and
right.
down, and you just stick your mattress on top of it. And then at the bottom of the frame, there's a bar that keeps your mattress from sliding
Oh,
off. It's honest to gosh, and they got them for every size
so
a
you went to
mattress.
Costco's and you got this foldable bed that can fold into a taco, and you
Uh-huh.
got that bed and the mattress at Costco's.
Mhm. I didn't get them all at once. First, I got the bed,
Uh-huh.
and I had it on a what do you call that? A flat bed
Right.
frame. I didn't have a box spring. So, but then I was just like, oh, I think I would feel really good if I could adjust myself, and using pillows isn't always that great. So I just looked in to see how much it was, and I was really shocked at that it wasn't as much as I thought. Now, can I remember how much? No. I want to say it was around the
That's not
200
bad
range.
though. So the frame wasn't that
No.
expensive either, eh?
Well, that is it. That's the whole thing. It's a frame that moves, and there's a little engine part, that makes it move. It's
Oh
all
yeah, yeah.
electric. And that part is underneath your
Right.
bed, hanging there, and then, you just plug
And
it
yours is a
in.
queen.
But yeah, the one I have.
Well, that's not too bad. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Levitating bed.
Yeah. I mean, when you have time, look
Of
into
course.
it. Because to me, it's son of a gun. I can't go back to not having it.
Heck no.
That I know.
Mm. We've been looking
Yeah.
into the
That I know
mattresses that
for sure.
you go into Walmart, you see those mattresses rolled up into the boxes, and I'm like, is that a good mattress or not?
Well, see, that was my thought. And the reason I chose Costco, ended up choosing them, is number one, the price was so much less. We're talking about you're paying by how thick the mattress is, and mine's 14 inches, and which is plenty
Right,
good, plenty good. And the thing about Costco is you can send it
right.
back. Like you got it for a while, they'll send someone to come pick it up because you can't roll that thing back
No,
up. Once it's been unrolled, then that's that. But yeah, that's why, because the other mattress stores, you cannot take that mattress home and bring it
uh-uh.
back. You're done. You're done. And I can't tell from just walking in, and laying down for a few minutes how it really is going to be. So, yeah, I suggest wherever you get it, if you can't get it through Costco, because they just mailed it to me. And I unfolded it, I let it air out. It didn't smell horrible. And then I put it on the flat frame that I bought because you don't need a box
Right.
spring for those. Oh, you can read what Sweet Yankee
Mattresses in
Bell
a
just said.
box. I got one from Amazon. I love mine, but I did carry it up the stairs by myself and messed my shoulder up.
Oh, yeah, they're very heavy when they're rolled up like that. Yeah. Oh, well, that's cool. Maybe you can send, if you still have the Amazon link, you could send it to Mama. would be cool, so she can at least take a look for
Yeah,
sure.
I've been wanting to get a new mattress for the bed, but man, I've been looking at those ones, they have one at Walmart, and I'm like, you buy something, it's like, you can't take that back. They're not gonna let you bring that mattress back. You don't like it, they're not gonna let you bring it back.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not dumping money on something like that, you know, because how much time you spend it of your life and how important that time is, the rest, getting the proper rest. So, no. Oh, Mom, I wanted to ask you, and this is not directly about Jeremy Hills, but have you ever watched any of the Whatnot?
Oh,
Gone
I
and looked
love
at any of
Whatnot, but I have
those?
not ordered Whatnot, but I have watched Whatnot.
Oh, I when Jeremy started promoting it, I went to watch it and I'm like, because they're so animated, that's what makes it fun. But so then I started popping around and looking at other ones, and it's pretty
They are.
interesting. You can find anything on
Man,
there. And yeah,
and a lot of them, I have to say, a lot of them start at $1, but not all of them start at $1.
yeah. But I've seen there's people like I don't collect tennis shoes, but for the folks that enjoy doing that, oh man, those are all over
Yeah, they do
Whatnot.
tennis shoes, they do
And
purses, they do shirts,
oh,
clothes, blankets.
collectibles.
There was a lady on there, yeah, the other day I was watching her sell blankets.
Oh
She was
wow.
selling like, them fleece blankets. She was selling all kinds of different fleece blankets, just different designs. I'm like,
Oh,
I could be,
we ha- we had a booth at a swap meet that used to do that. But how cool to be able to do it on Whatnot. You don't have to pack it all in a truck and haul it somewhere and unpack it and then pack back up what you didn't sell. I mean, it's all at one place at Whatnot.
I
That's
wanted one
awesome.
of them so bad, but it got up there pretty good. It was Stitch. She started it off at $10, and $10 wasn't too bad, but when she got done with it, he already got up there to $60. I'm like, $60 for a fleece blanket? No.
Yeah, no, no, no. If I was willing to go down to um, Mexico, because they do have like buses and things that you can take, and then right at the border, there's a place where a parking lot where they'll pull over, and then it's up to you to
Right,
walk, and there's just a like bridge, and then you have to walk through
right.
security. But um, yeah, you can get them down there for $10 still. I've
Oh
been
yeah,
told,
the blankets down
and
there are
they're
really
really
nice. My
nice.
sister-in-law, she she's married to Mexicans and stuff like that. And she brings back really nice, thick Mexican blankets. Oh my God, the fleece blanket. Oh, the blankets they got,
Aren't they
they're
great?
heavy and thick. It's like, wow.
Well, some of them are so cool. I've seen people, like if you're a big fan of a football team or a baseball team, the colors on them are so
Mm-hmm.
vibrant that people will take them and hang them up on a
Right.
wall. It's like that looks so cool. So yeah, they're pretty cool. I do like
Yep.
them.
And then what is it? Who do they? It's not Mother of. Oh God, who is that? It's one person. It's a queen of somebody. No, I can't remember. She gave me a blanket, and I have it, I believe. But that thing is thick. It's like the lady, they worship a lady over there, but I can't remember who she is. It's the Queen. Oh God, I can't remember.
Where's it at? In
Yes.
Mexico? Is it
No.
Guadalajara? Oh. It'll come to you when you're driving to work
Yes, it
tomorrow.
will. I can't remember who it is, but man, it's just so pretty. That blanket, and it's thick. But you know, in Florida, you don't need it until it's about winter time. But at night, when I drop in temperature, man, I'm freezing that bedroom. So I think about that blanket. I'm like, oh, I should go get that blanket. And I'm like, yeah, and then I'll be too hot.
Yeah, he'll be throwing it off and on all
off and
night.
on, off and on.
Yeah. So, Mom, I want to ask you a
Uh-huh.
question. What do you think? What do you think about asking the chat to ask you a question to learn something new about you? Like, where's your favorite place you've ever been camping, or just different things about you, not private, but that they would want to
Sounds
know.
good to me.
All right, chat. Let's ask some questions about Mama. No deep, dark, secret questions, just questions. We already know she likes those very yummy blankets, but there's got to be other things too we don't know. I'm kind of curious about these cooling blankets I've
I want
seen.
one of them weighted blankets. You know, them ones they sell. Them
Yes.
weighted blankets, they say, are pretty cool. I have not tried one, but they say they're really neat.
Yeah, it's supposed to be calming, which is kind of a cool
Right.
concept.
Yeah.
But the cooling blanket or the cooling sheets, because I'm constantly running
Right.
hot, I'm very interested in those. But you just never know when you order something if it's a ripoff or
That's the
not.
problem. You never know what it is.
Yeah, especially when they just keep pumping and pumping the ads for the same thing. You're like,
And then it's different people.
so then,
Like you'll see it's
yeah,
XYZ pumping, and then you'll see it's ABC pumping, and it's like, wait a minute, that's the same sheet that ABC's pumping. What?
yeah. So usually what I'll do is go out to Google and see, I'll type in like the company and see what they say. And sometimes you'll see, it'll show it's a
Yeah.
scam. People never got their stuff, or their stuff was, stunk, or it had stains on it, or whatever. But I learned that after the fact.
Yankee Bell says, I have one of those cooling blankets and it doesn't seem to work.
Oh, yeah, that's a bummer. I have a cooling mat that I got for one of my dogs because she wasn't even cool enough on our tile
Ooh.
floors, and it did seem to make her more comfortable. But it doesn't last forever that it's cooling
Oh,
her. So, and that's
right.
expected.
Her
I
hot
mean,
temperature and
the
then her.
heat is, yeah, but it did work for a while. And then we just have to take it off for a little bit and put it right back. Like those, for sure. Now, I find it hard to believe that nobody's got a question for Mama.
Seems like a thin blanket. Huh.
Oh, well, yeah, sheets are a thin blanket, so you can just go with that.
Just go get a sheet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just run and get a sheet.
Oh, I'm sorry that was the situation. Wow.
That would be the alternative.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question, Mama. Do you remember, and this isn't a test or anything, um, What is the lowest grade that you were in school that you remember your teacher's name?
Oh my God. My lowest grade, I remember my teacher's name. That would be a fourth grade, and her name was Miss Wilson.
Oh, okay.
The only
Why
reason
do you
that,
think you remember her name?
because she wore thick glasses and she had a set of braces on, and she always had pigtails.
Pigtails. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, she always wore her hair in pigtails.
Oh, I don't remember the last time I don't know that I know ponytails. I've seen those a lot. Those are still I see 'em. I only see pigtails on little girls.
My
But
grandma always had my hair in either a ponytails or pigtails.
yeah. All right. So let me ask you another question. Um, if you were gonna travel somewhere, and I know you want to go to Alaska, but if you were gonna travel like out of the US and someone said, we'll pay for 2 weeks and you can go to two different places, where do you think you'd go?
If I could go anywhere and they were going to pay for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And you could break it up if you want. Like, we'll just grab a country, like 1 week in Austria and another week in Switzerland.
I think I would go to France.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could see that for sure. I would pick Sicily
Sicily.
and I think Greece.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. And I just want to go to Greece because you see all those beautiful pictures
Yeah.
of the blue ocean and all the white houses. And
Ooh, yeah.
yeah, it just looks so pretty.
We had our rice burner go by again tonight.
Oh, rice burner, we used to also call them a crotch rocket.
Yeah, crotch rocket's the motorcycle, and that's the rice
Yeah.
burner for the car.
Oh, we would call motorbikes rice burners too. Oh, we have a lot of people that have those super loud exhausts,
Uh-huh.
almost like a flat pipe on a motorcycle. They
Uh-huh.
set off everybody that still has a car alarm activated. It sets
Uh-huh.
them off.
Oh, wow.
Oh, oh, it's so crummy. It's the worst. It's the worst. I When the car alarms first came out on cars,
Uh-huh.
I one of the last questions I would ask, but always asked, is, "Can you please disable my car alarm?"
Exactly. Because it's
Because
going
it
to go off
serves
anyways.
right, and that's why I pay insurance. So I don't want to wake my neighbors up in the middle of the
Jesus Christ. Yeah, no. No. For sure I'd be pissed if you were my neighbor. Up, she's gone. She ran off and left us. She ran. She fell down. Boop, fell down. She must have got hit a bad spot. She might be back. So who do we have left? Let's see. Everybody in the rumble? Oh, whoa, where did they go? There we are. Redneck, but nobody pay attention to them anymore. Ah, nobody pay attention to them anymore. Who we not paying attention to anymore? I'm here. Hi, Paul. Hi, John. I'm not here, he says. The alarms? Yeah, that's the thing. We hear them going off at work, and I don't even get up anymore. Now, unless I take Coop's truck. If I take Coop's truck, I'd get up because 10 times out of 1, it's Coop's truck going off. There is something about that building that'll set that alarm off every time. Every time. Up, there she is. She's coming back. You're back. You fell down.
Well, I was sitting here doing my usual flapping my gums, and the next thing I knew, your little icon dropped out. So I didn't know what for the what. So yes, I had a nice time talking to myself.
I said,
Oh,
well, are you there? And the next thing I know, it's just me. And I was like, well, she fell down. She'll be back. You were talking
oh,
about your car alarm, and then Redneck says, but nobody pays attention to them anymore. And I was like, pay attention to what? Then he had to tell me what he was.
oh, right. It just wakes people up. And then if somebody's car alarm goes off and they happen to be out of town, then there's no way to turn it off
Oh,
until the
that
battery
sucks.
goes out. Yeah.
And it's a pissed off person really quick. Boy, I'd be pissed.
Yeah. Someone did, I heard this like through a friend or an acquaintance that happened to a car and they lived in a cul-de-sac. So they
Uh-huh.
didn't know what to do because the person was out of town. So they called the police and the police said, "We can't do anything." The police were not authorized to unlock the door. You know, you have those, well, I don't know if you know, a Slim Jim where you can slide it down the window.
Right.
And yeah, and they said no, they can't use that. So finally, somebody went in and got maybe unbent a hanger, they said, a metal hanger, and they were able to unlock the car and turn it off.
Oh, my.
So, well, what they did was they unlocked the car, they pulled the hood open, and then disconnected the battery. So, yeah. But yeah, not a fan of the car alarm at all.
I think you shared it on my thing, too. Let's see.
So, because you want to hear it, I was I was talking to myself about someone's got to have some questions for Mama because she we know where she's from, we know she's in birds, we know she loves Coop, and she grew up eating some gamey meat. But there's a lot more to know about Mama Coop. So come on, go ahead and get curious. Be simple question like salt or pepper. Which one do you use more?
So this morning, there was an article that came out, and I thought of John and Lynette immediately.
Oh,
And I don't know if you caught me on my stream this morning, but uh, these women kept 2 kids locked up. It says women kept children locked in a Florida shed because they didn't want to supervise them. These 2 whack jobs.
oh, so creepy.
Um, let's see, 2 people have been arrested after 2 5-year-old children were found locked inside a shed in Florida. Uh, they were called by a couple of witnesses who found the children inside the shed where the children were locked inside with a brick in front of the door to prevent them from leaving. Is this the shed?
Oh my lord.
I'm trying to see if this is the shed.
Oh, Nancy did ask how many children do you have, Mama Coop?
I have 4.
Wow.
Oh, that's the license plate thing. Okay, so here's Sabrine Thrift, 59, and Tamara something, 37, was identified by a witness, deputies said. Based on, I don't know, based on initial findings, whatever her forgetting last name was, had reportedly left the children in Thurber's care. However, Thurber's allegedly refused to supervise them, claimed that she had only stepped away for a quick errand, but was gone for several hours. There's the shed right there.
Oh my Lord. Oh, I wouldn't even put an animal locked up. Well, maybe in a bathroom, right? If you're raising a new animal or a puppy
Yeah,
and
maybe,
you got to go run to the store. Yeah,
it had no bathroom. Deputies determined had left the children in the shed without adequate supervision or basic necessities, including food, water, and access to a phone.
And they were only 5.
They were only 5 years old.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what. I am very curious, and I'm not trying to spend time on Hales, but just because of this article, I am so confused how she was able to adopt that baby girl when she's living off Social Security and John's living off, I think, I don't know if he's living off Social Security. And that's it.
Exactly.
She had a home, they had a roof, and running water and a toilet, but especially the fact that she will undoubtedly need more medical support than, a kid that's lucky enough to have everything working. Yeah, that one just, I can't. And I know people said it was during COVID, but I'm like, how many other children were pushed out that way? Just goofy.
But like this report here, like I said on my morning show, the only thing different about this story versus their story is one, Lynette's kid, she's not left without supervision. They're with her. And she's not locked in there that I seen. They say she gets punished and put in there. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any news articles or anything. They say no food, no water, and no food, no phone access, no toilet, no stuff like that. These kids had. It looks like it had a little light, little window, because like on the screenshot, it looked like it had a little window. You see the little window up there? It looks like it had a little window.
Oh, yeah, it's big enough for a gnat to get out.
But it's pretty compacted where they couldn't have done anything to try and get out of it.
Now, can you see Nancy's comments? She's got a couple there.
Nancy, when she had no way to provide for her, the child is fine. Who?
Oh, that confused me.
I don't know I don't understand them comments.
And Redneck says he hopes they throw the book at him, and I agree.
That was my comment. I don't think that they should have put him in jail. I think they should have put him in the shed and made them go just the way they put their kids. I don't think they should go to a cot and 3 meals. I think they should go to the shed, take their phone away from them, take the food away from them, take the water away from them, and put them in the shed.
Yeah, I'd support that. I think Sheriff Grady would support that.
I think so too.
And then Coop's razzing me because he says your show is too early. But
Yeah,
see, you are 3 hours ahead of me.
yeah.
So like when I get on Coops and Georgie, sometimes I don't make it on time there either. Unfortunately, like many people, I'm stricken with even though I have a really cool bed, I don't always get good sleep. Like I can't get to sleep. I'm wide awake. Once I get in my bed, then I can sleep. But
Right.
yeah, I'm embarrassed but happy to admit I'm not even sure what time your stream was. So pardon me for that.
It was 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah. Well, so 6 o'clock my time. Yeah, Coop's right. He usually is. Now, when I was working, I had to, not as early as you, but I had to leave the house early. I had to leave at 5:30. So I had to be showered and ready to go and on the road. So
Yeah.
for me that was early. Obama, see there, Nancy just came back.
Lynette had no money to provide for Harley Grace, but was allowed to adopt her. Makes no sense. Oh, yeah,
Yeah, for
that
sure.
makes absolutely no sense. The only thing I think
Yeah.
the reason they allowed that to happen was one, COVID, and two, it was all pushed under the rug because of the drug situation.
Yeah. And I also, what I was thinking, Mama, was that the fact that she did allegedly have the physical challenges, that maybe it's harder for them to find placement for like foster, because not everybody is capable or wants to have to support additionally to a child. Not that just fostering a child that doesn't have physical challenges isn't enough, but while she was little, like toddler size and maybe up to 3 or 4, she was going to need more care. But at the age she is now, and no, I am not a doctor, but she should, she can eat food fine. When you're
I
little,
agree with that.
kids aren't, if they're fussy or whatever, you know, they're not going to eat. And if her physical challenges, she has to have, protein, a certain amount every day, then okay, I get it.
I
But
agree
now
with you.
she's perfectly capable of eating what she needs to be eating. So get rid of that tube.
I think so too.
That's,
I think it's
yeah,
all in Lynette's head. Lynette's feeding, drumming this up. Sorry, drumming this up to her narrative, and to benefit Lynette. I think Harley Grace is just fine. Lynette needs to get off her ass and put go ahead and get that baby off. Uh, yeah, get that baby off them damn feeding tube and be a mom. If you're gonna be a mom, be a damn mom. You know,
yeah.
put
Well, the other thing, Mama, was when we saw her and we saw her tube. My sister had ALS, so I had to feed her through a feeding tube and give her all her meds. But every time, like every day, I had to wash around that tube, and use alcohol. And then once I did that, then I had a pad that had a slit in it. That pad went down, like right behind the tube. Then there was two other pads that went on top of that pad, and you use medical tape and stuff. I mean, that thing was sealed up to
right.
keep stuff out. And you didn't see that with the baby. And that's, the doctor was very, because I had to learn how to do it.
Right.
And when they were talking to me about how to do it, he was like, really, like, it's so important to keep it sterile,
The other
you
thing
know.
is why is the Harley Grace still in diapers?
Oh, Lord.
That
Oh,
still
shoot.
gets me. Why is she still in diapers? And they don't have any money. Come on, man.
Oh, diapers are expensive.
You ain't lying. That'd have been the first thing to go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah, that I can see like for some littles, um, it's a challenge at nighttime when they're
The
still,
nighttime, yes.
yeah, so I can see that, but then eventually that'll go away. I know some littles that can get older and still have that challenge. For whatever reason, their body won't wake them up when they
Well,
need to use the restroom.
mine was because I was scared to get up because the person that had uh, raped me was still in the house, so I wouldn't get out of bed. So there, I just go to the bathroom in the bed, and yeah. So
Oh,
until my grandma figured out what was going on, then he was told to leave. Then everything was fine.
oh, thank gosh. I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, see,
That's
then now
heartbreaking.
her incidents that had nothing to do with the whole situation. Which she should already have this baby potty trained. It's the only problem. This whole deal is it's caused by the case of the lazy ass.
Yeah. Oh, see what Nancy says there?
Most children get potty broke by two. Exactly. My kids were potty broke and done by one.
Yeah.
Off that bottle, potty broke and done by one.
I can't honestly, part of me remember for sure my son, but I want to say definitely for sure it was between one and two. Absolutely.
Some of them are
Absolutely.
hard. You're right there. You're right. I mean, that is 100% right.
Oh
Some
yeah,
children with
redneck.
disabilities, we're talking about the Lynette situation at hand. There's nothing wrong with Harley Grace except for her her
Her dietary
right, her
restrictions.
dietary. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing wrong with her. So there's nothing wrong why she can't use that potty. It's only her
Well,
parents.
I'm gonna tell you what, if I had to use that that mobile toilet, I wouldn't go either.
Yeah,
As hot as it is, imagine it's so hot and you
I
open
have a
that
friend of
door.
mine that her kid can't use the bathroom. It's nothing wrong with that instance. I'm just saying that there are some children that can't be potty broke, but this
Yeah.
instance is a completely different instance than what
Yeah.
is at hand.
Well, and if she had, I would think if there was an actual issue with that, like she couldn't control her bladder or something like that, Lynette would be grifting on that so she could get more diapers. But
Oh,
she's
yeah,
never said that about the
she has
baby.
not said that. So we know that's not the issue. She just did.
Oh, Mr. Coop wants to know what the beaches are like in California.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Well, let's see.
What's your favorite beach up there? Or over there?
Actually, um, I prefer my beach here in my town because you can the parking is decent around here. Um, but you don't have to walk real far to get to the water. There's some beaches where you gotta drag all that shit or stuff, your umbrella, your chairs, all the kids' toys, and you're just walking in all that sand forever, and then you gotta drag it all back. Well, our beach is not super wide in that it doesn't take that long to get to the water. So I really like that. However, we've been dealing with the flow of sewage from Mexico. I don't know if any of you have heard about that,
Uh-uh.
but I'll put some pictures on Discord for people to see. It's horrific. They literally, so it's coming from Tijuana. When I got here, like in the mid 80s, Tijuana wasn't that big of a city. But now here we are 40 years later, it's over a million. It's so big, but they never replaced the sewage treatment plant that they had. And
Uh-huh.
it kept breaking and breaking and breaking, and it wasn't made for that much as
Right.
of the people they have right now. So they just open those freaking pipes up and it just goes straight into the ocean. And by the
Ah,
way the tides go, it comes north, and you cannot be in the water. You should not walk on the beach. And I did get spinal meningitis from it. And I only was walking on the beach, but I cut my foot on a shell. So you can look up spinal meningitis, it's a bitch. But we do have a lot of great beaches that are not dealing with this problem. And they're just, the sand isn't like real white or
uh-huh.
powdery. It's just kind of what I would call standard sand.
Right.
Um, there's a place up in a city called La Jolla, and
Right.
they have an area where it's a um, sea lion gathering, and the people that live around there, because it's a super ultra high cost of living area, they're trying to get the government to get them to go away and go breed somewhere else because they are very loud. They do take up a lot of space, and they're smelly because they go potty.
Ah,
So, but I feel really lucky. The beaches are really nice here. But yeah, Nancy, I'm in San Diego County. Yeah, yeah. So I really like them here. Um, and I don't see myself ever being able to live away from a beach or a large body of water. It would have to be really large. What about you, Mama? Could you live like what I call like landlocked, where there's no lakes or ocean around you?
I don't think I could anymore. Um, Now that we've moved here to Florida, I don't think I could do that anymore because it's I like the way it is now to where if we want to go to the beach, let's go to the beach. We just pack up and go.
Right.
Um, like in we well, I guess where we lived in Missouri, we had the lake. We could just go to the lake, but we called that our cesspool. Um, uh, it really wasn't. I mean, it stayed hot, so we pretty much stayed in our swimming pool. We had a swimming pool that we bought so
Oh,
that way
nice.
we didn't have to get into that lake because it was just always dirty. Um,
Hey,
but
Coop asked if I had sand or seaweed on the shoreline. We have, when it gets stormy, then the ocean will churn up the seaweed.
uh-huh,
But what will happen is, and it can be super stinky. The city, well, actually, it's the port of San Diego. They have those bulldozers that have like a rake, big rake that they have behind them, and they'll drag the beach to get rid of the seaweed, and they'll stack it up in a pile, but in an area where nobody's going to be at the beach, kind
right,
of in a tucked away. And
right,
our beach butts up to the Navy special warfare training. So we have the government on one side of us, and then Mexico on the other side. But you cannot walk through to Mexico. There's fences. So, but people from Mexico try to do it all the time. And
right,
unfortunately, some of them don't make it. If they try to swim, they don't make it. If they take boats, they take jet skis and they come over in the middle of the night, and then they just dump the boat and dump the jet ski and take a run for it. But we have a lot of border patrol now that catches up to them. I mean, I kind of don't blame them, but please stop doing it.
Right.
Oh, hang on. So Nancy said her son used to live in Escondido. I live, Nancy, down in Imperial Beach. We're the most southwesterly city in the US, which is kind of cool. That's our little claim to fame. Oh,
Right.
Coop said he meant in the water.
He he
Coop,
meant
it's predominantly sand. It's predominantly sand. Yeah, there's no seaweed growing there. And right off the pier, the surfing is incredible, but since the water's polluted right now, but like traditionally down here on these beaches, the surfing is the best just off the pier. So,
right.
and there's quite a few piers, so that's nice for the surfers. Oh, Mama, I'm a little nervous right now
Oh,
because I just found out that Redneck's only 3 to 4 hours away. So,
dun dun dun.
done.
Well, you're in California, right?
Yeah, we're pretty
You're probably
close.
not too far from
Mike.
um Mike.
Yeah, no, I'm not. My sister used to have a place out in Palm Springs.
Are you far from
So,
the wildfires?
yes, fortunately, I mean, we definitely get the smoke and the ash depending on the size of the fire.
Mm,
But down here, we're so residential with palm trees and sand. We don't have like big areas of brush.
right.
So, yeah, we're very fortunate that way as well.
Well, that's good. At least you don't have.
Yeah. But I don't know, you all deal with those hurricanes. And
Yeah,
then the
that's why it
folks
was
that
tough.
deal with tornadoes and shoosh.
I don't know if it was on my morning stream or if it was on one of my night streams or something, but that is one of my, I got to thinking that could pop, it could be a fear is like the hurricane is a drowning fear. The tornadoes, it's just like the wind, they just pick stuff up and move it.
Yeah.
The hurricane, you drown.
Yeah. And then of course we know what the fires do. Well,
Right.
we've got those earthquakes. And I haven't lived when in the 60s. Yes, I am a boomer. Um, there were some very significant earthquakes in
Uh-huh.
California, and one that came off of San Francisco. I was living in Napa at the time, and
Right.
so that's right up close to San Francisco.
Right.
So I just remember I had a great grandmother, and she was she was from Sicily, and I'm laughing because she was like probably 4'10". She had snow white hair. Um, she hardly spoke English. She knew how to speak English, but she just always spoke in Italian. But she had her little bun up, and when that earthquake hit, she was trying to run around with her little 4'10" self and get us all under tables and stuff. And then she just kept speaking in Italian, and we didn't know what the hell she was talking about. We weren't even
Exactly.
sure what was happening because I was probably like 5 or 6. We're like, wow, Nana's playing a game. What's this game?
Mm.
But she did get cracks in her home.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, yeah, like not like gaping, but the cracks like towards the ceiling on the
Right.
walls and such. Yeah, she got a two that I remember. But yeah, so but even then, I'm sure when they used the word earthquake, I still didn't know at that age what that even meant.
I,
There what Yeah, I wasn't reading the paper then either, so and there was no internet.
of course not. That wasn't even thought of back then.
Yeah. So, but then as I got older and was able to read about it, I'm like, oh man, a 7.2 is the most I've been in.
If
And
you
that
wa-
was very significant.
if we watched the Jetsons, it was thought about though.
Oh, the earthquake?
No, the internet.
Oh, right. Okay.
The Jetsons, they already had the internet thought about.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, the Jetsons already had the internet and they already had the cell phones thought about.
Well, where was that cartoon artist?
I
He
know,
should have
right?
jumped he should have jumped on that. Beat out the Apple and the Microsofts of the world and the Googles.
Exactly.
Oh, for sure.
Exactly. Because they walked around with all those cell phones. And all of us were like, we want one of those.
Oh yeah. I remember the very first time when I got an iPhone 4 was my first smartphone.
Uh huh.
I was so afraid I was going to break it in half
Oh,
because it
really?
was so thin, without a case on it compared to the flip phones
Right.
or, all those other phones. I didn't have a flip phone. I had the one where the QWERTY keyboard slid out and I
Oh,
could,
yeah, I had one of those too.
yeah, a little bit like I had a BlackBerry, but
I had a
that was for
Blackberry.
work. Yeah. And then I had a friend that had a car phone. That thing was hilarious.
Yeah, I
It
had
was
one of those too.
so big.
I had a bag phone.
Yeah. But I mean, they still use satellite phones.
Uh huh.
Those are big. Well, I don't know how big they are now. They were really big. Maybe they're regular size now. I'm not sure. But when my dad was hunting, they used to use satellite phones
Yeah.
because they'd go way out in on horseback. So if there's an emergency, they need to be able to get somebody. But nevertheless, yeah, technology is insanely fast growing because I came in at the very close to the very bottom.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, I started in IT with the government in 1990.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yeah, like Coop, I've been around it for a long time, and then I retired last year in September. But the last few years, I wasn't working in IT anymore. And I was happy. I took a different job because I just couldn't. It just, well, we weren't able to get as many people as we needed to
Right.
support our customers. So I'd had it. So yeah, I was a chicken shit and I bailed and got a different job. But nevertheless, it was interesting watching it develop, all over the world. I mean, there used to be, do you remember, Mama, there used to be what they called bulletin boards?
Bulletin board. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's where people would communicate. That was before AOL and all
Oh,
that
yeah.
crap. Yeah, yeah. So, and we thought that was amazing. Someone would upload a picture and then half hour later you got it downloaded. It was like insane how small everything, capability was so slow, but it
Oh,
was still so fun.
heck, I remember my MySpace. My, man, the other
Yeah.
day I was sitting there, I was like, I used to have MySpace. I used to have all of that stuff. AOL.
Oh my gosh, AOL. That was, I think, the first horrible catfishing start into the catfishing realm, where people would start getting into those private chats and uh yeah, that was horrible. Fortunately for me, I didn't succumb to that. I was married when that first came out. But nevertheless, it was some of the stories I would hear were super creepy.
Mine
Yeah.
was my AOL email. Um,
They get creepy on there?
not not really. No,
Oh,
you
good.
you just get you get some weird emails, but not too bad.
Yeah.
Um,
when I worked with the Navy, I didn't manage what they call the firewalls. That was another team.
Uh-huh.
I managed email, but I like to talk to the networking guys
Right.
because they would tell us about. They didn't like tell everyone. It was just team about all the different places that were trying to hack into our networks. And I would say probably for 20 years of it, it was always China. Most of the attacks always came from China,
Oh, wow.
trying trying to get into the Navy internets. But thankfully, there were people out there with really huge brains, and they figured out how to build these firewalls to protect. And we constantly have to update them with software because you know how that is. Those hackers, they go, "Oh, okay, I can't get around this. Well, I'll just write this script. Now I can."
Right.
So then the owners of the firewall software are going, "Oh crap, now I got to write another patch to stop that." So it was just this constant back and forth to keep things safe, but nowadays it's not that laborious. It's easier to protect.
Oh,
It's
for
still
sure.
not
And
full. Yeah.
then you got all these whack jobs trying to get in there and get into everybody's stuff. People trying to send you spam to get to hack your crap.
Oh, the spam is the worst. It is the worst. And I feel so bad when people accidentally click on stuff. And I know someone will give them a hard time, but
Bye,
some
redneck. Have a good night.
by red, there's always new people coming to, technology.
Oh,
And they
yeah.
just don't always know. They just don't
Uh-uh.
always know. So I've never beat up on someone for that. That's just like in a chat, honestly. Like some people will come in and they crack me up because you'll be like over an hour into someone's stream listening, and someone will come in chat and say, "What did I miss?" And I'm like, I don't ever respond to that because I'm like,
You missed a whole bunch of stuff. Catch up
yeah, I want
later.
to say,
Rewatch.
please watch on replay.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
I feel bad, but I'm like, I can't type an hour of stuff
I
that
know,
happened.
right, Jam?
Oh, right. Oh, I would take that personal, Jam. I would pick up with him later for sure. See, there's another good reason to get on Discord. You can just get in there and give each other a hard time,
Yeah,
but be thoughtful, no mean, just fun.
that's
It's all
right.
about having fun in there. It's
That's
really
right.
cool. Every Discord server that I've ever been on, and that's just yours, Mama, Mr. Coops, and Georgie's, all have rules. And they're very simple, though. They're very simple.
Just be nice.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's all it should be, you know? If you can't be nice, don't play. That's the way
That's
I
the way
look
I
at
look.
it. Are you there?
Oh, yeah, sorry. My earbuds went out, so I had to take them out. Yeah.
Oh,
But we have close to where I live, the is the Navy SEAL training. So,
uh-huh,
and they do a lot of beach stuff, a lot of stuff out on the
uh-huh,
beach, and some of that is shooting off um, M16s, shooting off handguns, but everything's a blank. But it still
right.
sounds like, hey, someone's shooting, and these are like the rounds are coming out really fast. So then new people that move to IB will say, oh my gosh, what am I hearing? They'll post that on Facebook. And then some people are snarky and they say, it's the sound of freedom, blah, blah, blah. It's like, don't we realize that new people move into this town? They
Mhm,
don't
exactly.
know. I still get startled by it. I've lived here for so long, but it does always initially startle me when I hear it. But yeah, so I think it's nice when people are thoughtful and on on a chat or just anywhere in life. You don't know what that person does or doesn't know. Let's just be
Exactly.
fun. Let's have fun.
I'm
Yeah.
just, you know, there's too much, uh, how do I want to word it? Just have fun. You don't need to have all that stupid stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
Yeah.
something else, but I don't want to say all that negativity
But
stuff.
yeah, and the other thing you never know is who are you going to start chatting with on Discord, like how you chat on YouTube, and
Uh-huh.
you start finding out you have all this stuff in common. I like to cook. What do you like to cook? And you guys
Oh,
start
yeah.
sharing stuff, and it's just it's a whole new like group of you initially start out as an acquaintance, and now you start becoming friends, and
Right.
it's it's really cool. It's
Right.
really cool. Yeah, it's fun because not everybody can get out of the house.
Nope.
Not everybody has a group of friends that they can go out with or that come over. And some people are just homebodies. I'm more of a homebody. What
Right.
about what about you? Like when you get off work, are you happy to be home?
More or less just a homebody.
Yeah, and I really enjoy that. But I really have been enjoying you and Coop and Georgie and now Mismatched Dennis and Paul and Sweet Yankee Bell. They're all making this beautiful music and talking on their streams. It's just been really, really nice.
Yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
got a little nice little, cozy little area for everybody to join up.
Yeah. It's fun and safe
Right.
and funny. Oh my gosh. When you have game night, heck yeah. And I
Yeah.
think, was it Nancy's idea, I believe, to do the trivia?
Right. We need to do that one night.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think that would be so much fun.
Gotta figure that out.
I'm not even good, really, except for maybe a couple things. But, and so I can crack myself up, just like, what? You
We'll get
thought it
Nancy
was
to
that?
help us with trivia.
Yeah. Yeah. So super cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll get Nancy to help us with that one.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I mean, we can't really do Pictionary,
No, we
but
can't do Pictionary.
yeah, we
That'll
can't
be
do
a little
drawing,
hard.
but definitely like the trivia.
We might be able to do Pictionary on one of the games. There's a couple of the games that we could probably do, but that one might still be a little hard.
Yeah, this is true. Well, Mama, it's almost time to wrap up your stream.
It is. It's been a pleasure having everybody here tonight.
Oh, yeah, I really appreciate you inviting me. I can't wait to see who your next guest will be.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Might
Yeah.
have to bring out anybody and everybody. Have a whole panel up here.
You're just going to have a hoedown with the hoedunks.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there goes the Navy jet.
Oh, I can hear it.
Yeah, because I don't have my earbuds in, so sorry for that, but we
No,
hear
no,
that a
it's good.
lot. That, and there's also a helicopter base really close to me. So, yeah, those are the loud ones. But it's kind of fun to watch them. They
Yeah,
just are constantly landing and taking off. That's like predominantly, they don't fly out around that far, but they do a lot of taking off and landing.
nice.
Oh,
Oh,
Mama, do you
Jam,
see
you
what
got to hit
Jam
that
just
bell
said?
and let them know to notify you when we come live. It's okay, you were late though. Yeah, it was nice having you. Thank you for joining me. We won't have an exit song on this one, but I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank Susie for coming on here tonight and entertaining us all with her lovely voice and entertaining Momma Coop and being here with her tonight.
Oh, I really enjoyed you. It was so fun. Oh, look, now John Naylor wants to ask a question.
Right.
Yes, John. I worked on Naval Air Station North Island and the Naval Amphibious Base. And those are both in Coronado. So the Naval Amphibious Base was when I was in the Marine Corps. And then as a civilian, I worked on North Island from 88 to 2012. And then I left there and went to 32nd Street, which is the shipbuilding and ship maintenance. So I went
Nice.
from the aircraft to the ships. So I feel lucky that I was able to do that.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks again, Mama.
Thank you. And I want to thank
Okay.
everybody for coming in tonight and joining us. And you guys have a good day tomorrow and an outstanding night tonight. And we'll see everybody tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love each and every one of you. Have a good night. Bye, guys.
Bye.